I first saw Tommy Crawford about a year ago at the Anonymous Coffee House in Lebanon, and I was kind of blown away by his talent. And then I saw him a couple months ago in a play in White River, and again, I was like, this dude's pretty awesome. So I'm kind of honored to have him here with us tonight. So give Tommy some lovin'.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Martin, so much for the sweet intro and for having me here. Really delightful and delighted to be here playing for you guys in this beautiful venue with the view out there of the lake. Really great. Get settled in here. It's a little chilly, so I'm going to be dancing just to kind of keep warm. So I'm going to do a set of a lot of new music, new songs, several of which I have not played before. I have not done live. I'm very excited to play them and experiment and what have you. This first one is available as I've recorded it. It's there, but it's called Lonely Sparrow. Would I like to be like the lonely sparrow, flying high on the breeze, shot through the sky like a boy's arrow, going where you please? Will I take my cues from the speckled robin, pecking through the grass? Will I do just whatever he's feeling? He's got that speckled sass. Salutations to the morning, salutations to the wind, salutations, I'm sure glad to see you. Now let's begin again. Well, I think I saw once a diving blue jay. It'll sting you just like a bee. So don't get too close, else you'll find it bruising. You could say the same about me. Well, graceful arcs describes the swallow. Show me that game. Yet I might you more closely follow, catch you on the chin. Salutations to the springtime, salutations to the wind, salutations, I'm sure glad to see you. Now let's begin again. Would I like to be in the fields and plow rows, the tiller at the tail, and I'll shape the clay to the lonely sparrow as God before me did. Thank you. I sort of lied. That was like a totally new version of that song that I've never played before, but I didn't want to say that. Yeah, but you can listen to it. I'll talk more a little about the albums and stuff in a bit. So the next several songs that I'm going to play are from the new album that I'm working on, and I'll just give a little bit of a preface that this is it's a companion to a theater piece, which is an adaptation of the Iphigenia at Aulis story, which, if you're not familiar with it, is basically the prelude to the Iliad, where before the ships set sail for Troy, they were the Greek ships. They were stalled in this port city called Aulis, and the wind god stopped the wind so that the ships could not set sail. And so Agamemnon sacrificed his daughter Iphigenia to appease the gods and set sail to wage war at Troy. There's a play, an ancient Greek play by Euripides about this, and we adapted it into a modern, a contemporary mythic kind of context set in North Carolina. And I'm working on an album, or I'd like to. You can come talk to me later if you're interested in hearing more about the album. Later, I'd like to record it later this summer. So I think that's all I'll say by way of preface. Well, coming from the rain, you catch a cold standing out like that. Rapture awaits here where it's dry. Again, experiments. So I think that's going to open the album. Right here in Carolina, where the river's ruddy brown. Right here in Carolina, that's where our star can be found. right in Carolina, way, way down beneath the ground. Long before your mama or your daddy was alive. Long before the daddies was just a twinkle in the eye. Story goes back ages, all the way on down the line. The stories in the bloodstream of all that you call kin. The stories in the bloodstream among your enemies and friends. When the river rises, the story rises to the skin. Thank you. And I should say that if it's not totally clear, in our version, instead of the winds being stalled and there being no wind for the ships, there's actually storms raging without cease on the coast of North Carolina. Something's wrong when I look outside. Don't know what, but I know it ain't right. I can feel it like it's in the air. Can't put a finger on it, but I know it's there, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why is this heat driving me indoors? And when it rains, Lord, it really pours. So we crowd round our cold machines, but something's gnawing me. Is this how it's gonna be? Oh, there's a heat you can't escape, and a past you can't erase, no matter how you try with your alibi. Oh, there's an evil seeks its day, and it wants your soul for play. Try as we may, no, we can't escape the coming of the storm. Something's wrong in the riverbeds when they're dry and the fish are dead. Clouds above send down burning rain, and the gutters cry first to feel the pain. Something's wrong in the glow of the streetlights. The creature prowls, be it day or night. I can hear him pawing at my door. What's he got in store? Has he come for more? Oh, there's a heat you can't escape, and a past you can't erase, no matter how you try with your alibi. Oh, there's an evil seeks its day, and it wants your soul for pay. Try as we may, no, we can't escape the coming of the storm. Send your prayers to the starry sky. Watch them burn and then wonder why. Hell is hot, but this fire is hotter to purge the world. It needs your daughter. Oh, yeah, oh, there's a devil seeks his due, and is coming for me and you. Don't wonder if it's true, you believe it too. Oh, there's an ego seeks his prey. He will have it come what may. All we can do is pray, but you can't delay the coming of the storm. The coming of the storm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, thank you. There's a man out my window, keeps on coming around my door. There's a man out my window, keeps on coming around my door. What you want from me? What you want from me? What you want from me? There's a face in the shadows calling out my name. There's a face in the shadows calling out my name. What you want from me? What you want from me? What you want from me? Dog off his collar, barking at my heel. There's a dog off his collar, barking at my heel. What you want from me? 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 Yeah. Thank you. Somewhere in the river, something grabbed at me. Something grabbed at me, something grabbed at me. Somewhere in the river where I couldn't see, something grabbed at me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Somewhere in the river someone called to me, someone called to me, someone called to me. Somewhere in the river where I couldn't see, someone called to me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. People say the river, no I don't believe, no I don't believe, no I don't believe. Not if I can't see it and we couldn't see, so we don't believe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Somewhere in the river it took hold of me, it took hold of me, it took hold of me. Now I'm in the river and I can't break free, and you couldn't see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now it starts uncoiling. Come on, Naya, come on. Fangs and venom roiling. Come on, Naya, come on. Oh, oh, come on, Naya, come on. Ancient pilgrims start to sing. Come on, Naya, come on. Words upturning mystery. Come on, Naya, come on. No, oh, come on, Naya, come on. Oh, oh, come on, Naya, come on. Turn away, silver girl. Seek no more to win the world. Worry not your string of pearls. Turn away, silver hair. Hungry hounds will bite and tear. Loose in their crimson snare. Lord, though I'm standing there, vanish right into the air. Mouth agape by head to stare. Sing the world what you would sing. Come on, Naya, come on. And proclaim his victory. Come on, Naya, come on. Oh, oh, come on, Naya, come on. Oh, oh, come on, Naya, come on. Thank you. Rob might be the only one who's heard a version of that before in this room. Thanks so much. Yeah, so that there's also in this Iphigenia adaptation, instead of the Greek gods, there's a church, a serpent-handling church of God with signs following. That figures prominently into the story. Okay, I'm going to do a song from a different project. This one was from a musical that I was writing with my band about the building of the Transcontinental Railroad and the Chinese and Irish laborers there. And this song I co-wrote with my old bandmate, Tony Aiden Vo. And while we were doing our research, we learned a lot about the violence that was perpetrated against Chinese immigrants on the railroad, and it's a pretty bleak and bloody history. And we wrote this in April of 2020 as we saw violence against Asian Americans surging in the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. That's the context of this song. It's called The Thunderclap Saloon. Well, let me tell you about the thunderclaps alone. Let me tell you about it, 'cause we'll be there soon. The bodies piled up to the moon each and every night. They rolled them out through the door out back and dropped them down in the Canaan black. You'd have to listen real hard to hear the thwack, 'cause the drop was so damn high. Well, the coyotes drank till they had their fill. The smell was rank when the air was still. It seems the planks were never clean until the morning sun passed by. Well, I drank there with my buddy Bow. We'd knock 'em back till they kicked us out. But late one night, no one heard our shouts, 'cause the door was bolted tight. Well, a hush fell down on the plain as the wolves stopped their cries, and the moon crept down to get a better look as the blood seeped outside. Well, I guess the demons hiding in us all comes out to play and have a ball when you're full of fear and feeling pain and need someone to blame. The brothers Chen, they didn't want to fight. They bought around for everyone in sight. But the demon's fists came swinging hard and dragged them out beneath the stars. And now our ghosts still roam about on the nights the moon shines clear. If you feel a tingle at your back, it's only us drawing near. Watch your back when the hush comes down and the wolves stop their cries. Someone's got his golden gun on you and he wants to see some blood tonight. Yeah, he wants to see some blood tonight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you. This next song is a song I wrote about being a father long before I became a father. And so shall I when the time comes, don my father's cap, slide the glass door open, and take the kids out back. You buttoned up your jacket, hid your smokes under the flap. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I. And so shall I topple to the ground the myths that I have raised. A sudden glance, an errant sound, a moment, hesitate. All titans big and great must fall, sent crashing from on high. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I, and so shall I, so shall I. I'll come to know tomorrow by and by. I'll learn my father's secrets without where or when or why. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I. And so shall I keep eternity tucked inside my chest, and tick away some cunning clay concealed by dapper dress. You asked me to look closely if I'd ever see your best. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I. And so shall I seek deliverance in every word you speak, aching for a greater good to stiffen up the weak. A signpost to the faithful, you point past your words and deeds. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I, and so shall I, so shall I. I'll come to know tomorrow by and by. I'll learn to lie in quiet neath the heathered purple sky. So shall I, so shall I, so shall I. Thank you. There's a nice harmonizing there from that truck backing up. Thanks. So I don't know how I'm doing on time. I'm very excited for everybody else who's performing tonight, and check out their sets. And but maybe time for one or two more. And I've got a little mailing list. And if you'd like to support my music, and the biggest way you can support right now is just go and sign up for the mailing list. I send an email out about once a month or so, and there's also some streaming links. That's the other biggest way you can help me out, is follow me on Spotify and just listen. It doesn't cost anything. I've got an album that I recorded in New Hampshire 2 years ago. And I've got a single that I just put out that I recorded in Vermont. And I just put it out a few weeks ago. It's called Mountain Song. And there's a band on it, some musicians that I play with. There's QR codes. You can easily find it by Googling it. Yeah, thank you. So this next song I'll play, I happen to notice that the road here is called Apple Blossom Road. And I'm working on a musical right now called the Vermont Farm Project, which if you haven't heard about it, it's a commission from Northern Stage, a new musical commission, and it's the world premiere is next year, about exactly a year from now, next spring. And for the last 2 years, we've been going around interviewing farmers in Vermont and a little bit in the Granite State as well. Veggie farmers, dairy farmers, livestock farmers, you name it, homesteaders, and learning about their stories and what's important to them, and what it is like to farm the land today. This next song is from that project, and it's inspired by a story that we heard from a farmer out in Weston, Vermont, about an old apple tree on her father's farm that she has inherited and farms today. There's a tree in the orchard, old as the hills and more. It was bent, hunched and forward, and fruit no longer bore. Its fruit no more it bore. So he said to my father, let's go and cut it down. What's it doing in the orchard? No fruit, its roots abound, no branches graced around. And he said no, and we stopped, 'cause he never did say much. He said no, don't cut it down, and he left with no more sound. He left with no more sound. There's a swallow in the barn eaves this spring. Her chicks all hatched, and she lined up with her babies on that twisted apple branch. One by one, they lined the branch, and one by one, they flew down the field, past me, past you. One by one, from the haunches of that stooped old apple branch, the family of swallows launches, and like a flock of angels flew, like a flock of angels flew. And still that swallow on it perches, and the swallow sings her song. She sings it all the spring long. Thank you. Thanks so much. Awesome. My name again is Tommy Crawford. Thank you, Martin, so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Thanks, all.